EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's 2nd and 8. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And they'll try to run the option here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Browns' 26-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. Going for it all. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He can run for it, and he will. And the ball is knocked out. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 14-yard line.
Fourteen-yard line, 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. 2nd down.
41-yard line.
Five yards remain on 2nd down. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Gun now on 3rd down. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Dolphins 3.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Breida with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Dolphins 10, Browns 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 14 yards that time for number 14. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Makes the score Dolphins 17, Browns 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On play action, they'll throw. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
13 yards, the tally on the return there. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Matt Breida on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Jamie Gillen down as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll go down at the 28. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and now it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Point after, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Breida to get the 3rd quarter started. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24 on the carry.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Breida, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Mac Wilson.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Breida. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. This is Breida on the draw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the score. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They run. Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On the carry, it's Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Number 27.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it with Janovich. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The fullback dive held up short, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Take it at the 37. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On second down, it's Hunt. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll set up to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 11 yards there, first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 28-yard line.
To the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Taken down by
well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Hunt. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 4.
The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Chubb again.
Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd Second down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were